People, welcome back to Politics Watch. Now, the Jamaican government, and in particular, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson-Smith, has come out and admit that the Jamaican government did not do enough in terms of checking up on the men, and that is the 5 fish who were taken into custody by the United States Coast Guard. As you know, 4 of the 5 men are now suing the United States Coast Guard. But there has been a lot of back and forth, he say, she say. Just to let you know, I am investigating this case because I don't think either side of the defense are giving us the full story. I don't think the fishermen are being completely honest with us, and I definitely don't think the United States government is being honest with us. However, regardless of what those men were doing in the water at that time, it doesn't change the fact that the way how they were treated or allegedly treated is cause for concern, and somebody has to answer for it, right? Now, the key part for me is that the Jamaican government waived the rights, right, of jurisdiction over the men, right? So in other words, what that means is they said as a country, they gave the United States permission, right, to have the men under their control, and what happened after that is essentially they were left up to the mercy of the United States Coast Guard, right? Now, the minister is admitting that the government could have and should have done more to check up on the men. Now, when you hear a politician say that, and I mean, I have to give Kamina Johnson-Smith some credit because I was expecting they were going to hold Arden and act like they did everything they could and they were fighting for the men. Well, clearly she's now saying they didn't do enough, right? Am I surprised? Are you surprised? The answer is no. Do we really? When have the Jamaican government ever really fight for Jamaicans like that? Especially when it comes on to an outside force abusing them, right? But she's saying they could have done more, and I guess that's a start, right? But the real troubling thing for me in this case was the fact that after the Jamaican government waived the rights or the jurisdiction over these men, they basically signed a piece of paper and then turned a blind eye. They weren't constantly checking up. What is going on? Where are the men? Are they eating? Have they contacted their family? This is basic stuff, people. This is not asking for cutting edge technology. The government didn't ask because the government didn't care. As far as they're concerned, these 5 fishermen are nobody. Make it was 5 116 octanes who get arrested by the US Coast Guard, and watch what happen. Make it was the children of some 116 octanes, and watch what happen. Trust me, this would have been a complete different story. Because then, they wouldn't rest. They would have moved hell and high mountain. But because these 5 fishermen are nobody in the eyes of the Jamaican government, with the stroke of a pen, they basically had these men at the mercy of the people who were on that Coast Guard ship. And the part that was really troubling for me was when I heard the men were in chains. Chains on a ship. A ship that is controlled by Caucasians. For me, that triggers a certain part. For me, it seemed as if history is repeating itself. Black men on chains, in chains on ships, moving from country to country. Because that's what happened, These men were taken on, according to the lawsuit, it seemed as if they were taken on a tour. And they were not allowed to communicate with their family. These are basic things in people. Let me tell you something. You see, if it was the other way around, and Jamaica had 5 US citizens on a Jamaican boat, and they didn't give them the chance to communicate with their families, had them in chains and shackles, like beasts, have sun upon them, have rain wet them, and the United States government found out about that. Remember, I'm tell you, said Jamaica would have been put across America's leg and spanked like a child. A matter of fact, the United States government is not waiving no jurisdiction over their citizens. That's the first thing. You think you could catch an American in Jamaican waters moving 10 key, and the United States government will tell you, listen, we're coming for our citizens. We don't care what they were doing. And even if you hold on upon them, you best believe America is sending somebody to come check up how their citizens are doing. This is something, let me tell you a story. I know somebody, it's not really a friend, but somebody who I know, ill and go through. The person lives abroad. Yeah. The person came to Jamaica once. They lived abroad for like 15 years until them finally get straight and start out them paperwork. You know them thing that Jamaican people know them thing they got already. And finally start out them paperwork and can travel again. But this person come from one of these, what we call garrisons in Jamaica. He left Jamaica as a hothead, and 15 years later he was still a hothead. And when he was leaving Jamaica, he could just tell a man where you come from and people afraid of you. Those days are done now. Right? So, but him don't know that. So him come back to Jamaica now after 15 years, and that airport get into a disagreement with somebody. Right? The person is an American, by the way. Right? American citizen now. And while they're at the airport, somebody must have pushed in front of somebody on the line. I think actually he was the one that pushed in front of somebody in the line. And the man said to him, yo, you can't do that. Where are they disrespect me? Him start tell the man where him come from and who him know and where him do the man. Anyway, long story short, him and the man get in a fight. He was arrested, right, and taken to a police station. I don't think they actually arrested the man because it was more like self-defense because I didn't really rush the man. See, he's in this police station. And by the time police finish processing him, just because he was a US citizen and it seemed like him did make some call up at the embassy or something, by the time police done process him, there was already somebody gone down there and check up on the conditions that he was in. Check up if him get beat up, if him get batter bruise. How did they treat you when they arresting you? Remember, this man is a Jamaican who went to America and then became an American citizen, But because he was not an American citizen, the United States government or the United States embassy felt the need to check up on him. Make sure he's alright, even though he was the aggressor. So I tell you that story to tell you this. Regardless of what those men were doing in those waters. Because the Coast Guard claimed them fined 600 pounds of herbs. Even if that was the case, the Jamaican government should not so quickly have waived the jurisdiction of those men over to the United States Coast Guard. Especially when they didn't catch them with anything. And even if they felt, okay, this is a case where we should waive the jurisdiction and let the Coast Guard take these men just like that, they should have checked up on the men constantly. The Coast Guard should have given a sit rep. In civilian terms, a situational report. On the condition of the men, where are they, where are we taking them next? We're feeding them this. Do they have any special dietary requirements? Or suppose a man is a Rasta man. By right enough, you're forcing a meat down him throat. These are the things the Jamaican government should have done if they cared about their citizens. But do they? How many Jamaicans actually think the system care about them or the government care about them? Especially regular people. As I said, if this was some 116 octanes who were caught out in that water, remember me tell you, man, it would have been a complete different story. But as I said before, at least the minister is now saying things could have been done differently. So I'm going to keep following up the story. I'm investigating the people. As I said, there's a lot of he say, she say. But you know I don't like to come unless I have something solid. So this is Politics Watch. Like, comment, share, and big up on yourself every time.